the style of football that the youngsters will be used to. It's a great ball to pick out Wayne Rooney, who's gone for the lob and didn't quite pull it off, but Mitchell's ball was excellent.
Driving my car, listening to the football on my car radio, I was on my way doing those things indoors had instructed me to do, and at the same time enjoying the moment as Manchester United were winning their game away, while City and Liverpool were both losing their home fixtures. A few days later, amongst the posts laying on the mat, was a letter bearing the insignia of the Cheshire Constabulary and addressed to me. It said that a car registered to me and numbered the same as mine was clocked by a mobile speed camera exceeding the speed limit in a 30-mile-an-hour area of Middlewich Road, Crewe, and I had to confirm within 28 days I was the driver or not, or I would be marched off to the Tower. My reaction was absolute outrage and disbelief. I am a good driver. I always obeyed the speed limit. They have got the wrong number, and I wasn't even on that road at the time and day stated. I had jobs to do. So it wasn't me. They have made a mistake. It's unfair, and I am going to complain to the Chief Constable, the Prime Minister and the Queen. When I started to put pen to paper and to prove I wasn't on Middlewich Road at the time stated, in my mind I went through my movements on the date in question. It was then I realised it was possible, just possible, that I may have been on the road at the same time as the speeding person, who had a car and a number similar to mine. It certainly wasn't me. I never speed, and the road is rated at 50 miles an hour. Her indoors, God bless her, that afternoon was indisposed with a headache and had instructed me to undertake some shopping tasks, with specific instructions to go to Crewe for a small window mop, followed by the eggs from the market, making sure none were cracked, then return her book to the library, otherwise it would incur charges, followed by a visit to Sainsbury's on Middlewich Road for some apples, making sure they weren't bruised or from France, 4 oranges not too big, and I wasn't to forget to use the store card for the points. With that done, I set off down Middlewich Road on the way to our West Street butchers, when the football results came on the radio, with the earth-shattering bad news that the Scousers were lucky to have won with an offside goal, City were just as lucky with a winning goal that should never have been, and United had lost because the referee had favoured the home side. That was upsetting and bad enough, but the time was 5 minutes past 5, the same time as when the speeding offence occurred, that I was being hounded for. But the road was rated at 50 miles an hour, and the statement said 39 miles an hour. So why was this issued to the unfortunate person and sent to me by mistake? So I thought before I wrote to the Chief Constable, the Prime Minister and the Queen, and to prevent a miscarriage of justice, I would go and check the road out. So yes, I was right. The road is 50 miles an hour with 4 roundels confirming that. But on a bend it changed to 30 miles per hour and not another sign in sight. But there were 4 50 miles an hour signs. That can't be right. That's entrapment. And whether it is or not, I have to confirm that I was driving the car or not on that road, date and time, or be marched to the Tower. Well, it looks like it was me. But how did I, a good law-abiding driver who always obeys the speed limit, find myself grouped as a possible criminal and road hog. Well, it appears I missed the road sign completely, down to a loss of concentration, due to the upsetting football results, and that was the fault of those incompetent referees. So I sent off the confirmation saying I was the driver, and later I received another letter giving me the option of attending a driving course at the cost of £80, and if I passed it, there was no conviction or points, or accepting a fixed penalty of £100 and 3 points. But again, I had to reply within so many days, or the future wasn't looking too good. In the end, I received that many letters in the name of the Chief Constable. I was sure the next one would be a Christmas card, and as the choice was a no-brainer, I ended up in this hotel for the 4-hour course with another 20 speeding offenders. I went determined to complain that I was there due to entrapment, but that was kicked into touch. It turns out it's all down to lampposts. If you are travelling down a road with no speed indicators, but there are lampposts, then it's a maximum 30 miles an hour road. That's why on Middlewich Road there was only 130 sign, because there were lampposts down one side of the road. Now, being quick to spot an opening, I pointed out that Middlewich Road has lampposts down one side of the road and 450 signs. Yes, replied the instructor, that's because where it is deemed safe to travel on a road with lampposts at a faster speed, the maximum speed has to be indicated at equal distances. So there we are, and with an £80 hole in my holiday money, by my attendance I had passed the course and I left the hotel a newborn driver, without a ball and chain and points on my licence. And on the way home I reflected on the other things that had gone wrong on the afternoon I was clocked by the mobile camera. United lost. The small window mop was too small, 2 of the eggs were broken, the book should have been renewed and not returned, 2 of the apples were bruised and from France, the oranges were too big and I forgot to use the store card. So to say the least, her indoors wasn't too chuffed. And ringing in my ears was the instructor's voice saying,
"You should always drive at a safe speed, and that may be less than the speed indicated."
And we all agree with that, don't we?